on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Also brought to you by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star.
From Seattle, Washington, and the campus of the Washington Huskies, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. More Big Ten volleyball tonight with the 10-5 overall and 1-2 in the Big Ten Hawkeyes continue their road trip by taking on the 6-7 overall, 1-2 in the Big Ten Washington Huskies. I'm John Evans up above the court here in the Alaskan Airlines Arena. The Hawks dropped a heartbreaker to kick off the road trip last night, falling in 5 sets, 19-17 in the 5th set to the Oregon Ducks. Carmel Varez and Sharday Van Zandt led the way for the Hawks with 18 and 17 kills respectively, and each of them got the ball with Iowa holding a match point, but Iowa just couldn't quite close the match. Claire Amaral dished out a season-high 49 assists, but Oregon outblocked Iowa, and that ability to get timely stops proved to be the difference in a closely fought match. Life comes at you fast, though, so after a rough travel night, it's a new opponent tonight in Washington. The Huskies had 3 players with double-digit kills last night in their 4-set win over Ohio State. As a team, they hit 363 and had 15 blocks, so Iowa hitters will have to be ready with their full toolbox. On the road again, sleepless in Seattle. It's the Hawkeyes and the Huskies from Alaskan Airline Arenas in Seattle on a Saturday night. Just got finished with the starting lineup announcements. Iowa going with a little bit different lineup tonight. Made a small change to the starting order. And you'll notice the name right off the top. Peyton Young gets the start, middle blocker for the Hawkeyes. Claire Amaral, Sharday Van Zandt, Hannah Winningstall, Jamie Marquardt, Sashka Stojanovic round out your starting group. Momo Moisio is your libero. Hawks in black, Mo in gold. Starters for the Huskies. Try to get everybody out there. Feel like I'm still missing somebody. Sitting a little bit off to the side. We'll have Julia Hunt, Simona Mateska, Alexa Howry, Katie Wessels, Alexa Markley, Zoria Hurd is the libero, and I am still missing a player. I'll get it figured out. Oh, it's Kirsten Barton. She's the other starter. And Jamie Marquardt will get us started here eventually when the light show stops flashing. And she'll serve for the Hawkeyes. Huskies in white. Libero Hurd in purple. And I think we are on the official Big Ten network tonight. So we have a little bit, we will have official TV timeouts and a little bit longer pause in most cases. As I see if we were at a football game, she'd have a red hat on, and instead she's standing there with her hand up, holding up play at this point. As everybody is ready to go, and we are about to finally get underway. Jamie Marquardt gets us started. Fires it across. Pass off the net, right side swing coming through the block, dug up by Warden. Amaral, good ball out to Van Zant. Big swing, sails it out of bounds though, no touch. Good dig from Warden on the Markley try, but Van Zant sends it wide, 1-0 Huskies. Alexa Markley, the transfer from Penn State, back now to serve. Warden, bad pass. Whittingstall, though, good hands to knock it over. In system now, slide coming, tipped over. Warden with a good play. Amaral, Van Zant off the antenna. 2 swings, 2 errors for Charday. And the Hawks get what they want on the first 2 points and don't turn it into scores. Markley again. Marquardt, bad pass. Warden goes, chases it down. Off the net, it's gonna have to just get knocked over. Good ball, middle attack, pushed out to the outside. Dug by Moisio. Amaral finds it. Warden from the blue, dug by Hurd. That ball's tight to the net. Whittingstall, Hawks win the joust. Just pushed over. That's a double contact. Barton pushed it over with 2 hands. The only time you're gonna get called for double now is if it goes over the net. And Barton changed levels, so 3 points in the match, 3 errors so far. See if we can clean up here as we go along. Whittingstall to serve. Floating serve over, got into good pass. That ball sails out of bounds, no touch called as Mateska misses long. She says a touch, and we're gonna get a challenge here 4 points in. We had a lot of challenges last night, and we had a lot of correct challenges last night as our line judges struggled a bit. And so here we are 4 points in with our first challenge. Elsewhere in the Big trying to get him to stop the music, I think, so yeah. We've made a decision, but because they haven't stopped the music, nobody heard what she said. Touch was called. So give Mateska the kill. That'll make it 3-1 Huskies, the first earned point of the match. And Mateska, 6'2" freshman, back to serve. Good pass from Marquardt. Middle attack. Peyton Young scores. Good swing for the freshman for the Hawkeyes. Warden leaves. Carmel Varez enters for the first time. Claire Amaral back to serve. Claire pops it over. Hurd. Good ball, but a little off the net. Outside, big swing. That was Barton that got it past Marquardt, 4-2. Julia Hunt now back to serve. Had an outstanding freshman year last year. Hops forward and pops it across. Marquardt diving play. Amaral, good ball. Peyton Young scores. 2 swings, 2 kills for Peyton. (4-3) Washington. Charday Van Zant back to serve. Good serve from Charday. Overpass to the Iowa side. Moisio, Amaral, Stepanitis. Hawks have battled back. We're tied at 4. Good pass there from Moisio, gave a good ball to Amaral, and Stepanitis with the hammer. Started with Charday's good serves. Fires another one, and it's another good serve. Pass off the net. Left side swing through the block. Barton was able to power it through the block and scored. Van Zant will leave. Greta Schleister will enter. 5-4 Washington. Howery now to serve. Sends it over. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Right side to Varez. Powered it off of Mateska and into the cheerleaders. Iowa doing a nice job making first pass. Moisio now to serve for the Hawks. Mo sends it right in the net. Boy, you could see that coming out of her hand. Got in front of her a little bit. And pulled it down right into the net. First service error. Ava Jo Berry will come in to serve. 6-5 Washington. Sends a floater over. Moisio. Right side to Varez. Sends it over the block. Touch call. He called a touch and then pulled it down. That was the down ref over here, or the line judge called the touch. Nothing happened. 7-5 on the hitting error. Another floater, and boy, that's a beauty. Overpass back to the Washington side. Right side swing from Markley, dug by Amaral. Schleister to Stepanitis. Oh boy, what a great swing from Hallie. Squeezed it into the line there on a good ball from Schleister. Warden will re-enter for Varez. Hawks back to within one. Warden comes forward and fires a good flat ball, but this is a good pass from, a good solid pass from Mateska. And the connection to Wessels was just good enough to touch it over the block. 8-6. 8-6 Dogs. Hurd back to serve. She sends it into the net. Both two service errors in the match, and the Liberos did both of them. 8-7. Jamie Marquardt re-enters. Sharday Van Zant re-enters. Marquardt to serve for the Hawks. J-Mo comes forward and fires. Sends it over the end line. Hawks did a really nice job last night in the serve game. Couple of errors here early. 9-7. Markley now to serve. Good pass from Marquardt. Whittingstall tips. Hurd's there. Back row blue. That was Markley on the blue that fired it off of Marquardt. 10-7. Markley to serve again. Comes forward, fires a good flat serve. Warden, great ball to Amaral. She hits it long. 11-7, Washington on a run. Unfortunately, Iowa hurting themselves right now. Markley again. Warden, another good ball to Amaral. Goes outside to Van Zant, high off the block. Boy, Hunt saw it, knew it, and then ran away from it, and Markley couldn't get to it. So Van Zant's first kill comes on, second kill comes on a high popper there, 11-8. Whittingstall, good serve, gets that in, good ball from Mateska. Push back out to Mateska, off the block, dug by Warden, but a bad pass. She kind of panicked a little bit, she's in the right spot. And then just ran through it and flinched. Unfortunately sent it over outside the antenna. Mateska, Warden, Amaral, Van Zant catches the line. Good swing there, right down the line, 12-9. Varez re-enters. Claire Amaral to serve. Amaral, good serve, but a good pass from Mateska. Slide, blocked. Varez gets the cover. Amaral outside to Van Zant. Boy, timing was off. Van Zant hung, but then tried to hit it too hard on a sharp cross, out of bounds, 13-9. Sharday has 6 swings. She has 3 kills and 3 errors. Julia Hunt to serve. Good flat serve goes off Marquardt, and that's the first ace. Coach Barnes 1 point away from the TV timeout. We'll go ahead and take timeout with his Hawks trailing 14-9. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
John Evans back at Alaska Airlines Arena. Much like last night, quick start for the home team. Iowa looking to find some footing. Iowa 7 kills so far. Actually have more kills than the Dogs, but unfortunately 4 hitting errors for the Hawks. All balls that went out of bounds. So not even a block. And a couple service errors for the Hawks. So Iowa's given away 6 points and trail by 5 here in set 1. And again, because we're on TV, we're going to wait for the whole time. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Out of the timeout, Julia Hunt now to serve. That's a beauty. Amaral saves it with one hand. Peyton Young rolls it over, but she's dug up. Outside. That ball's up off of Marquardt's face. What a play. Barton knocks it over and hits the antenna. Boy, Jamie Marquardt takes one right off the dome and saves the Hawkeyes a point. She looks to be all right as everybody else on the bench is laughing, although the trainer Katie grabs her hand to make sure she's all right. Van Zant, good serve. Good pass, though, from Barton. Middle attack. Knocked over and touched by Iowa. 15-10. Alexis Howry to serve. She hops forward and fires it. Good serve. Good pass from Stepanidis. Right side to Varez. Sharp cross. That ball's up in the air. Chased down. And that ball is short. What a great play from Hurd as she chased it down, tracked it all the way in front of her bench, put a big back to the net platform swing on top of it. Just couldn't quite get it over the net. Moisio to serve for the Hawks. Mo sends a good flat serve. Wiped over, dug by Moisio. Amaral behind her to Varez. That ball looked like it was touched. Was not. Boy, the Hawks with another hitting error. That's now 5. Barry will come in for Barton to serve. 16-11 Huskies. Takes a step forward and fires it over. Schleister, bad pass. Outside to Stepanidis. Dug by Hurd. Overpass. Whiffed at by Whittingstall. Not only did she not make good contact with the ball, she just obliterates the net. Another hitting error on the Hawks. 17-11. Serve goes over. Good ball from Moisio. Outside, Stepanidis. Long. Coach Barnes will call his second timeout as Iowa just doing the damage on themselves. Washington just letting them play. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Welcome back to the campus of the University of Washington, Alaska Airlines Arena. I'm John Evans. Washington has the band here tonight, at least a portion of the band. Football was on the road in Maryland, so got a group of the band. It's a little more fun with the live music as opposed to the piped in too loud music. See if Iowa can settle in here. 18-11. Floater goes over at Schleister. Good ball to Amaral. Outside of Stepanitis. She goes off the block and scores. 18-12. Warden comes in for Varez. Barton comes back in for Barry. Warden goes at Hurd. Bad pass. Platformed outside, off the block, and Iowa can't find it. Mateska popped right up over Amaral and Whittingstall, and neither one saw it to track it down. 19-12. Hurd now to serve. Good ball off the net from Schleister. Blue from Warden. Dug up, good ball, good pass. Right side swing off the block, and Iowa can't find it again. Markley from the right side gets the kill. The challenge Iowa had last night, just touched balls but couldn't finish the blocks. 20-12. Hurd sends it into the net. Couple service errors for her tonight. 20-13. Van Zandt and Marquardt re-enter. Schleister and Stepanitis leave. Jamie pops a good sharp cross. Bad pass from Mateska, and Mateska just has to knock it over. Boy, puts it right on the net. Warden, Amaral, Van Zandt blocked, covered by Amaral. Moisio, Van Zandt off the block, rolls off the tape and heads out of bounds near the scorer's table. Good work there by Iowa. Good one-handed cover from Amaral to keep that point alive. Saver hit her in air, and Van Zandt appreciates the favor and gets the kill. Marquardt goes sharp corner, bad pass again, that time from Barton. Tipped over, Iowa gets there. A lot of traffic, Amaral! Washington forgot they had a front row setter that could swing. And nobody goes up to jump with Amaral. Iowa with a couple in a row. Washington calls timeout. It's 20-15. Timeout Washington. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listen. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at openal.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
John Evans back here in Seattle, Washington. Iowa back to within 5. 3-0 run has made it 20-15. As Jamie Marquardt holds the serve. Washington hitting 368 in the first set. Iowa hitting 154. Neither team with a block so far. Marquardt sends a serve. Boy, that might have been long, but Barton plays it. Tight ball. Oh, jeez. And Whittingstall goes up, gets pushed into her by the setter. And a cheap kill for Howry. 21-15. Boy, that's a joust you need. Hannah to win. Warden, good ball to Emerald. She takes a rip again and scores, 21-16. Iowa needs a run here late in the first. Whittingstall sends a floater over. Bad pass off the net. Push to the outside. Big swing off the block. Dug by Marquardt. Emerald platforms it across. Van Zandt, good rhythm. Diving play by Hurd. Back to the outside. Block was late from the Hawks. Marquardt pushed it up in the air but didn't get it up very high, and nobody could get there from the Hawkeyes. 22-16. Matesko will serve. She comes forward and fires it over. Sails it just long. Iowa was returning with 2, and she put it into a good spot to test Moisio. Vares re-enters for Warden. That'll put Claire Emerald at the service line. Iowa down by 5. Off the tape, pass off the net, goes to the outside, rolled over, and Iowa can't get there. Barton neatly put it over top of the block. 23-17. And we saw this late last night. Vallette was just using the Iowa block. And Washington's done a little bit of the same. Hunt now to serve. Washington 2 points away here in the first set. Marquardt off the net. Emerald. Vares from the left sails it well out of bounds. Set point Washington. Hunt fires it over. Good ball from Marquardt. Short ball to Peyton Young. That's a good swing there from the freshman. She's got 3 kills here in the first set. She's been a bright spot. I only have her listed for 2, but she should have 3, so somewhere along the way she lost one. Van Zandt to serve for the Hawks. It's a great serve, overpass. Peyton Young loses the joust, pops it up. Emerald pushed it out to Stepanidis. Big swing off the block, dug by Markley. Push to the outside, through the block, dug by Moisio. Emerald behind her to Vares. Boy, that's a tight ball, but she tools the block nicely and scores. 24-19. Van Zandt pops it over. Good ball this time. Push to the outside, tipped over with the left hand, and Iowa can't get there. Boy, Barton goes over with the left hand. You know she's out of system. You know she can't do anything with it, and Iowa doesn't recognize it, and the ball falls to the floor. And the Huskies take set 1, 25-19. Give me 2 minutes. Huskies up 1-0. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
John Evans back here at Alaska Airlines Arena in Seattle. Washington takes the first set, 25-19, but really the story of the first set, Hawkeye errors. 8 hitting errors for the Hawkeyes in the first set. No Washington blocks. Every ball Iowa had an attack error on was hit out of bounds, so Iowa hitters will need to do a better job of that. Iowa had 18 kills to just 13 for Washington, but 8 hitting errors and 2 service errors with no aces. I'm not sure there are many teams you can give 10 points in a set and win. And you certainly can't a solid Washington Huskies team that hit .440 in the first set, 13 kills for them, just 2 errors. And again, Iowa had no blocks either. So a strange first set. Kirsten Barton leads everyone. She had 5 kills. Simona Mateska had 4. Sharday Van Zandt had 4 for the Hawks. Hallie Stepanitis with 3. Carmel Varez with 3. So it'll be Young, Varez, Stepanitis, Schleister, Amaral, and Whittingstall. Whittingstall will leave and Moisia will come in for her. And we have the same lineup for the Huskies. Zoria Hurd will serve to start set 2. Schleister, tight ball, overpass. Not a great start for the Hawks, as Julia Hunt puts away the overpass. And Amaral's a back row setter, so couldn't really do anything about it. Schleister, bad pass. Moisio takes it. Good ball to Varez inside the court. And she rifles it off the right back and scores. Tied at 1. Whittingstall will re-enter. Moisio heads back to the service line. Momo fires it over. Decent pass from Barton. That swing rolled into the net. Hitting error from Mateska. Iowa has their first lead. It's 2-1. Moisio sends it in the corner. Mateska backed away, hoping it was going to float out. The ball drops right in front of the line judge's feet. First ace of the match for the Hawkeyes. It's 3-1. Sends a floater over this time. Bad pass. Tight second ball, tipped over. Whittingstall, Amaral behind her to Varez. She tips. Good dig there from, that was Markley. Knocked over. Moisio, Amaral, Stepanitis. Boy, no touch called. Hawks don't challenge. Again, Iowa tried to, saw that a few times from yesterday with Hallie. Tries to use hands, just kind of that flat hand. Missed that time. Schleister, better ball to Amaral. Behind her to Varez. Blocked. There's block number 1 in the match. That was Hunt and Mateska that get the block. Tied at 3. Markley. Schleister, great ball this time to Amaral. Middle attacks. That was well done. Finally got Whittingstall involved on a normal run. She gets her first kill. 4-3 Iowa. Warden re-enters for Varez, and she'll serve. Alyssa sends it into the back line. Barton bailed out of the way, hoped it was going to go long. It did not. Couple aces for the Hawks. It's 5-3. Iowa wanted to attack the deep seams. Tight ball from Mateska. Slide, tipped over. Amaral diving play. Moisio finds a way. Warden tips. It's a good one. Blue swing, dug by Warden. Tight ball. Amaral wins the joust. Boy, no hitter there. Two-handed push over. Boy, and Whittingstall put the ball straight up in the air to try to be helpful, and instead put a beautiful setup for the Washington hitter instead. And Hunt again gets another kill on an overpass. Both of her kills have come from Iowa overpasses. 5-4 Iowa. Mateska to serve. Moisio, bad pass. Amaral platforms. Good swing from Warden. Comes back to the Iowa side. Moisio takes it. Amaral dumps, but right to Hurd. Back row. Fabulous blue attack there, as Markley comes flying out of the back row and hits a sharp angled kill to tie it at 5. Mateska, Moisio, Amaral, Stepanitis. Timing was off. Hurd takes it. Tight ball outside. Sharp cross swing there from Barton. Well done. She goes 4-4 and scores. 6-5 now. Washington on top here in the second. Mateska fires it over. Warden, bad pass. Schleister, good platform. Stepanitis off the court. Dug up, perfect ball. Slide off the tape. That's 4 contacts. Pushed over with 2 hands. Whittingstall. Amaral swings and scores. Iowa won't need to challenge whether that ball ever got over the net or not. Tied at 6 now. Jamie Marquardt to serve for the Hawks. Jamie sends it down the line. It's a good ball, but a good pass from Mateska outside off Barton. Barton knocks it off the block, and went over Moisio's head. 7-6 Washington. Iowa just not getting that block pressed over. Just kind of making a target for their hands. And Washington taking advantage. Hunt now to serve. Marquardt and Warden get served right in the seam. Neither one go for it. Third ace of the match for Washington. It's 8-6. Good flat serve. Warden, tight ball. Amaral behind her to Whittingstall, but timing was just a little off. Block comes up, tipped over. Iowa gets it up in the air, but a collision. Boy, that's a ball you've got to put away. The middle jumped with Amaral. Whittingstall has a free net and has to just roll it over and can't get the kill. 9-6 as Barton gets another. She has 8 already. Iowa needs to get a stop. Hunt knocks it over. Warden. Amaral. Van Zandt off the block, covered by Marquardt. Amaral. Van Zandt has to tip this time, right to Markley. Barton. Boy, if that doesn't sum up what's going on right now. Iowa tips and Washington rips. 10-6, timeout Iowa. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
A big early spot for the Hawkeyes here at Alaska Airlines Arena. I'm John Evans. Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 10-6 here in the second set. Washington on top after taking the first 25-19. And Iowa can just do nothing right now to stop or slow down the Washington offense. Washington hitting .447, 20 kills, just 3 hitting errors on 38 swings. So Iowa didn't do a great job blocking last night. Unfortunately, it's translated up the coast here. No blocks so far in basically a set and a half. Well, Washington only has 1, but Iowa still with 10 hitting errors. Washington has kept the ball in play, put a lot of pressure, swung a lot, haven't tipped very often. Julia Hunt now to serve. Good flat serve at Warden. Amaral outside to Van Zandt. That was good timing, and that one connects for the score, 10-7. Peyton Young re-enters for the Hawks. Hannah Whittingstall heads back to the service line. Hannah sends a good serve over, but it's decent pass, pushed back outside, tipped over. Van Zandt can't handle it. It was tipped right to her in the 4-4 spot. It's coming a little hot up near her face. Got her hands up on it, but it slides through. Another kill from Barton, 11-7. Howry now to serve. Moisio, great pass to Amaral outside to Van Zandt. She's blocked, great cover. The Hawks keep it in play. Van Zandt knocks it over to Hurd. Outside, Barton tips it right down the line and scores. That's 11 for Barton. What adjustment will Iowa make here? Howry. Moisio, good ball to Amaral again. Outside to Van Zandt, high off the block. Easy dig for Howry. Hurd puts it to the right side to Markley. Big swing. Good job from Warden. The down ref, same thing we saw last time. The down line judge on this side calls a touch, but then he kind of like doubts himself and panics and pulls his hands away. Washington will challenge. So we'll see. this near line judge has no confidence when he calls touches. He's called 2 touches and then kind of bails off of him. He doesn't hold the touch call. So we'll see what the call is earlier, or what the call is, or how it stands. Washington challenged early in the match at 2-2, won that challenge. So they still have 2 left. Iowa has not challenged anything yet. Yes, we'll get the announcement here shortly. 12-8 Washington in the second. And if it stands, or Washington will still be hitting .438 in the set and .439 for the match. 19 assists for Alexis Howry, which again tells you how in system they've been, in that every is.
After review, the call will be reversed.
And so we will get a reversal of the call as Iowa touched it. I'm not sure whether it was touched to the net or whether it touched Warden going out. Either way, it's 13-7. And Iowa in a bunch of trouble here in set 2. Howry catches the back line. Moisio bailed out of the way, hoped it was going to sail long. And the balloon popped right at the end line, 14-7. Ace number 4 for Washington. Marquardt, good ball. Amaral outside to Van Zant. Dug up by Mateska. Roll shot from Barton. Moisio. Boy, Iowa had a chance there as Washington had players down. And the ball just hits Mateska, and she gets the dig on the great swing, great timing from Amaral, because there was a collision at the net between Barton and Wessels, and so they were down. So Amaral had an open net, but unfortunately hit it right to Mateska, who self-preservation got the dig. Moisio, Amaral dumps, but Hurd's there. Middle attack tipped over with the left hand. Warden gets there. And Iowa just has to knock it across. Look out now. Perfect pass, middle attack. Blocked by Peyton Young, finally. That's why she was inserted into the lineup, as she gets the block one-on-one versus Katie Wessels. Carmel Vares back in. Claire Amaral to serve. Hawks need a bunch here. Amaral, good pass from Mateska right on the tape. Markley kills it. Whew. Iowa cannot serve soft. Got to try to get Washington a little out of system here. Ava Jo Berry now back in. She'll serve. 16-8 Washington. Sends a floater over. Moisio, Amaral. Young has to roll. Good diving play. Right side from Markley. Tipped. Van Zant's there. Pushed out to the left of Vares. And she's blocked straight down. That was Markley and Wessels. 17-8 Washington. Berry sends a floater. Van Zant, Amaral, Vares from the left. Two-hand tip. It was blocked. Peyton Young defends the floor but knocks it out of bounds on the Iowa side. 18-8 Washington. It is coming easy to the Huskies right now. Timeout Iowa. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. and surface and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Walmart.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
An unwelcome reception to Seattle from the hosts, Washington, as they lead set 2, 18-8 after they took set 1, 25-19. Washington hitting .447 on the match, Iowa hitting just .107. It was going to be interesting to see how Iowa bounced back. This match was less than 24 hours after last night's match, and then I'm used to travel entertainment when I come with baseball, but you don't usually have a lot of travel issues with volleyball, but we did last night. Van Zandt takes the serve. Amaral pushes it to Peyton Young. And Katie Wessels returns the favor and blocks her, 19-8. Barry now sends another floater over. Van Zandt, another good ball. Amaral behind her, right side Vares, blocked. Marquardt outside to Van Zandt. Knocks it off Hurd and scores. 19-9. Just had late travel last night. Ended up having to cancel serve and pass this morning. Van Zandt, good strong serve. Got it right into the chest of Mateska. Ace serve, 19-10. But unfortunately, that's life on the road. Got to get back and get ready to go. Van Zandt, good strong serve. Hurd, tight ball, push to the outside. Mateska with a big swing. Van Zandt with a business decision. Limbo's out of the way, but a ball catches the line, 20-10. Hurd now to serve. Moisio, Amaral, Peyton Young off the block, easy dig for Barton. Right side swing, Markley. Good dig from Schleister. Amaral outside to Stepanidis. Knocks it off Hurd and into the crowd, 20-11. Hallie's got 4. And Moisio to serve for the Hawks. Mo knocks it over. Another good pass, though. Right side swing, Markley off the block, dug by Schleister. Pushed all the way outside to Stepanidis. Off the block again and scores. Hallie did a great job last night tooling the block. Well done again. 20-12. Moisio gets the green light and fires it over. Tight ball, pushed to the middle, dug by Amaral. Vares keeps it in play. Stepanidis just chops it over. Not a great ball. Hurd outside to Markley on the right. She tips it into the net. Saw Iowa do that a few times last night where they tried to get cute and just lifted over the block and never got it into the net. Or never got it over the net. 20-13. Momo fires it over again. Bad pass, tracked down though. Back row attacks tipped, and nobody from Iowa was ready for it. Barton runs the white, scores from the back middle, 21-13. Markley now back to serve. Moisio, good ball. Amaral. Vares. Dug up by Barton again. Tipped over. And the Hawks, boy, had that ball up. It's one of those easier said than done things. You're dragging the ball down and you just kind of panic a little bit. Whittingstall had plenty of time, but after the block touch, ended up just knocking it over the Hawkeye back in line. Good play by Amaral to keep that ball alive as the ball ricocheted off the tape. Stepanidis dug up by Hurd. Right side slide, and the Hawk block is late. And Hunt gets the kill on the slide. 23-13. Markley. Moisio, bad pass, chased down by Amaral. Stepanidis off the net, good sharp cross, but Hurd's there. Middle attack, Julia Hunt slaps it over again. And the Dogs are in control. Markley for the set. Moisio, Amaral, Stepanidis. Good dig. Whittingstall. Good dig by Washington, but Hunt was in the net. So Iowa saves one. They need to save two handfuls more, though, 24-14. Alyssa Warden to serve for the Hawks. Sends a good serve. Mateska, decent pass. Right side, Barkley from the back. Hawks get that up in the air. Stepanidis blocked, and the Hawks can't cover. Set two, like set one, only a little worse for the Hawks as the Huskies now lead 2-0. We're going to take 2 minutes with Washington on top, 2-0. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Sorry, Hawk fans, I called a little bit of an audible there. Went with 3 minutes instead of 2, as I didn't feel like I needed 3 minutes to talk about the highlights from the first 2 sets. I'm John Evans back here in Alaska Airlines Arena. The first 2 sets have been absolutely dominated by the Washington Huskies, 25-19 in the first, 25-14 in the second. Washington hitting .439 for the match. Basically hit identical percentages in the first 2 sets. 30 kills, 5 errors, just 1 block. As that's Washington's hitting line. 22 kills, 14 errors, and 5 blocks then for the Huskies. As the Hawkeyes hitting line is Iowa just hitting 118. As it has been all Washington. Sharday Van Zant with 6 kills for the Hawks. Hallie Stepanidis with 5. Carmel Vares with 4, but she has 6 hitting errors. Claire Amaral with 3. Peyton Young and Hannah Whittingstall with a couple apiece. I saw Gia McGrew doing some activation exercises, so we'll see if that makes her live in the set. Kirsten Barton, though, has been unstoppable. She has 12 kills, hitting .588. Simona Mateska has 6, and Alexa Markley also with 6. I see McKenna Rumpel out there, so that's the first change. Is Iowa going with the freshman middles? McKenna Rumpel out there and Peyton Young out there. So that'll be the first change we see. Iowa does a little twist, so Van Zant in the front row, Marquardt in the back. And we'll see what change, if any, Iowa makes. It looks like Alyssa Warden talking to Gia McGrew, so I'm going to expect Gia to go in for Hallie. Even though Hallie's had a decent night. Jamie Marquardt will serve to get the third set started. And Iowa needs to buckle up here a little bit. Match the intensity that the dog pound has been bringing. Marquardt fires it over. Pass off the net, but right side swing coming off the block, dug by Amaral. Moisio steps in, platforms it across to Vares. She tips it right into the block and right down at her feet. Markley and Wessels get the kill, or get the block, I'm sorry. Barry back in to serve. She floats it over. Marquardt, good ball to Amaral, outside to Van Zant. Big swing off the block. Good hustle play, though. That ball's in the air. Hurd puts it behind her, and they're going to get a swing. Blocked. Hawkeyes get the block. That's Rumpel and Vares that get the block on Mateska. Rumpel ran back to the service line, thought she was going to get a rip. She does not, as Mo Moisio will go back to the service line for her. Couple blocks here for each team, or a block for each team in the third set. Middle attacks just thrown down by Wessels. 2-1 Dogs. Hurd now knocks it over. Moisio, Amaral, Young. Touch called. Third kill for the freshman. Amaral leaves for Gia McGrew, and this is the other change. Vares will leave for for Jenna Meitzler. So the Hawks will run 6-2 here now. Actually 6-1. 5-2. 5-2. There we go. Pass from Barton outside, tipped over, and Iowa defense got caught napping again as Mateska just tips it over the block. That one's on Meitzler. Tough opening move for her as her first play is she needs to come in and catch that tip. Good strong serve. Good pass from Marquardt outside McGrew. She puts it right in the net. 4-2 Washington. Markley to serve. Marquardt, good ball to Meitzler. Actually a little off, and then Marquardt tried to go up with one hand and get on the tight ball. Ends up hitting it into the antenna and the Big Ten camera. 5-2 on the service ace. That ball, oh boy, that's an overrule. Line judge called it out. Up ref overrules and calls it in. Ace serve 6-2, and Coach Barnes does not challenge. Markley, Moisio off the net. Meitzler chases it down, but it's well behind McGrew, who just has to knock it over to Hurd. Right side slide. That ball looked like it went off the antenna. Hawks get that up in the air, but not playable. Hunt gets the kill. Amaral is going to come right back in, as that's a tough. All right, so what are we doing here? Amaral is in for McGrew. So Claire's in the front row. Meitzler, I think, is still going to set. She's not. Moisio takes the tight ball. Van Zandt knocks it over to Mateska. Mateska gets the tip. Meitzler chases through. Slide to Van Zandt. Dug up by Barton. And Markley powers the blue home. It is 8-2 Washington. Every button that Washington has pushed works, and the opposite has been true for Iowa. Markley. Bad pass from the Hawks, and that'll go for another ace. As Van Zandt and Marquardt playing right next to each other for probably the first time. Don't communicate very well, and that'll go for an ace serve. 9-2 Dogs, timeout Iowa. We're going to take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
John Evans back here at Alaska Airlines Arena in Seattle, Washington, battling with the old adage, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Unfortunately, I'm the radio guy. I've got to say something so you know what's going on. And it is all Huskies here all night long. Washington leads 2-0 and are on a 7-0 scoring run here in the third and lead 9-2. As Iowa pushing buttons, making changes. And in complete struggle mode right now, trying to find some offense and find some way to slow down the Washington offense. Washington has as many aces as attack errors. That is not good if you're Iowa. Markley to serve. Off the tape, diving play from Marquardt. Amaral tips it over, dug by Hurd. Back row from Barton through the block, dug by Moisio. Amaral, Van Zant, dug by Barton. Markley tips, Amaral's there. Moisio uses hands, Van Zant scores. 7 for Charday. Marquardt leaves, Stepanitis re-enters. And Charday Van Zant to serve for the Hawks. Charday, good sharp serve. Shank pass from Mateska, 9-4. Second ace for Charday. Sends that serve. Barton, not a great pass, but it works out. Off the block from no touch called there, but Iowa looking to challenge. On the Amaral swing on second contact. The line judge on my side has no confidence in the touch calls. He started to make the gesture again and then quit. And so we are at the table checking to see if it's an Amaral hitting error or if somehow Claire ends up with her fourth kill. Either way, it's a long road back for Iowa. 9-5 sounds considerably better than 10-4 though. Of course, last night Iowa won a challenge and we didn't get the score right, so we'll see how that goes. That was part of our travel delay last night as we waited on the bus for them to get the correction in the book right. Took them over an hour to figure out they didn't know how to do it because they had a mystery point that they didn't know who to credit to. So that turned into an interesting adventure. Killed the house music. Thank you. So Coach Barnes will lose a challenge. No touch is confirmed. 10-4 Washington leads. Mateska back to serve. Be Van Zant, Moisio, and Stepanitis to receive serve. And you've got Van Zant, not a great pass. Meitzler, Stepanitis off the net, dug up by Mateska. It's tight ball. Boy, and Iowa's in the net on a ball that Peyton Young went to transition and got her hands caught in the net. Somebody from Iowa was in the net. Iowa seems to be puzzled by it, but and Iowa will challenge again, hoping that it was actually a Washington player that was in the net, but boy, I think that was all Iowa all the time. Well, there was a net fault. It's just a matter of who the net fault was on. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Yeah, this might be the fastest challenge ever. Although Dane gets it set up, we got a lot of fast ones back home in Coralville. Kill the music. Kill the music. So Iowa wins the challenge. It was actually Washington that was in the net. Hawkeyes was in the net. So it's 10-5 after the reversal. Hawkeyes kind of laughing about it, so I think she knew she almost got away with it. Peyton Young, and not a regular server, and she sends it well over the end line. 11-5 Washington. And Julia Hunt now back to serve. Sends a floater over. Moisio, great play. Meitzler, Stepanidis off the block and scores. Hallie with 6 again. Meitzler will leave now. Varez will come back in. It'll be interesting to see now if Varez plays all the way around and continues to let Amaral serve. That ball sails over. And you can't make a comeback if you can't get a serve in the court. 12-6. 4 aces, 4 errors now for the Hawks, but boy, those last 2 are killers. Howry now to serve. Great serve there, dug up by Moisio, outside of Varez on the left. Howry thought she had help behind, she did not. 12-7, and the Varez kill from the left. Jamie Marquardt now to serve. You've got Rumpel, Van Zant, and Varez in the front row. Marquardt, good serve from Jamie. Mateska, great pass though, outside to Markley. Powers it through the Rumpel Varez block, 13-7. Barry in, she'll serve. Sends a floater over, Van Zant. Good high ball to Amaral. Right side to Varez, she has to tip. Howry, one-handed up. Shoved over by Wessels. Great running one-handed play by Mateska to keep that ball up and turned into a fantastic set for Wessels, 14-7. Barry, Moisio, Amaral, Van Zant, blocked, covered by Varez. Rumpel, great back set. Van Zant, overpass. Moisio takes it. Amaral behind her to Varez. Dug by Hurd. Outside. Mateska tips it into the one corner. Amaral cheated up, threw it right over her head, right into the corner. And as my buddy John Leo and I, we said in baseball scouts and we said in volleyball scouts, that was in the scouting report that Washington likes to do that. You can't commit up on the cheat. It'll go over your head. Barry, great serve. Iowa somehow gets that ball in the air. Rumpel takes a swing and she's blocked. Mateska and Wessels with the block. And Coach Barnes will use timeout number 2. It's 16-7 here in set 3. Washington up 2-0. 60 seconds and I'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Welcome back to the campus of the University of Washington. Seattle, Washington, Alaska Airlines Arena. I'm John Evans. Washington in complete domination mode here rolled through the first 2 sets and now leads 16-7 in the third. Ava Jo Berry to serve. Marquardt, good pass to Amaral. Middle attack, Rumpel punches it over and Hurd's there. Right side to Markley, dug by Amaral. Rumpel, big high ball, but boy, that's a kind of a nothing burger. Oh, good play by Marquardt. Hurd, Markley, off the tape and out of bounds. No touch on the Markley hitting error. Just her second error. Washington pins hitting 526, 375, and 300. That's pretty darn good for pins. Moisio to serve. Good ball, bad pass. Boy, that ball comes over the net. Van Zant wins the joust, but Hurd's there. Mateska, two-handed push. Marquardt, overpass. Marquardt knocks it back to the Washington side again. Mateska inside the court, tips. Van Zant on the ground. Amaral behind her to Varez, and she's blocked. It's been a tough night for Carmel. 5 kills, but 8 errors. With Van Zant on the ground and no back row option, Washington block was able to set on Carmel there. It's 17-8. Hurd knocks it at Moisio. Amaral, middle attack, Peyton Young. Off Howry. Hurd uses hands. Markley goes over the block. Marquardt, Amaral. Van Zant goes sharp cross and misses. It's 18-8. Hurd again. Moisio, Amaral. Boy, we just got a bad 12U volleyball there. So tipped right back over to Peyton Young, who then immediately tipped it right back on top of the net, and Mateska then just dunks it right back down, 19-8. Hurd, Moisio, Amaral. Missed the connection with Van Zant. It has been that night right there. Warden will come in for Charday. 20-8. So Warden will get her first front row action in a while. Hurd to serve. Goes at Marquardt, good ball. Amaral behind her to Varez. High off the block, easy play for Hurd. Great pass, middle attack. Chopped in. Moisio was sure it was out, and Iowa will challenge. We don't get to take them home on the plane with us, so you might as well use it. 21-8 on the Hunt kill. Hawkeye Volleyball brought to you by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Let's see what else we have in the around the Big Ten. Shocking score of the night. Nebraska sweeps Rutgers. Didn't see that one coming. Purdue will play Southern Cal later tonight. Indiana will play UCLA. Ohio State travels down the coast to Eugene and will play Oregon. We've got a decision. Call is confirmed, so Iowa will be out of challenges now. So no challenges and no timeouts. So unless we find a big run here, Washington 4 points away from a pretty handy, pretty easy sweep. Hurd to serve. Moisio, good ball to Amaral. Middle attack, Peyton Young. Blocked, covered by Peyton Young. Back row has to get just pushed over. And unfortunately for Barton, she shoved it right in the net. She has been incredible tonight. And that is not her incredible part. Jenna Meitzler does come back in for Varez. So Jenna will serve. Good strong serve, but a great pass from Mateska. Right side to Markley. Dug by Marquardt, but goes off of her into the Iowa bench. Good hustle there from Jenna to try to chase it down. 22-9. Markley to serve. A lot of the Canizio tape. Boy, Iowa bailed away from it, caught a break. Warden, good tip, but dug by Markley. Outside Mateska, she tips. Amaral, Meitzler, Amaral. No touch called, out of bounds. 23-9. Markley again. Boy, she went with a fastball there. Moisio off the tape. Warden, strong swing, gets the kill. Good power there from Alyssa. She gets the point. She'll head back to the service line now, 23-10. Alyssa, good strong serve. Mateska will get a swing from the left. Again, she just chops it right into that one corner and scores. And every set has gotten progressively worse for the Hawkeyes. And Mateska will go back and have match point on her hand, 24-10. Warden, bad pass. Hurd takes the overpass. Slide. Hawks get the block on Hunt. Stepanitis fired up. Young had a piece of that too. Peyton Young now to serve for the second time in the match. Peyton sends it over at Hurd. Middle attack punched over and out of bounds. Touch called. And Iowa has no challenges, so it does not matter. So a anticlimactic ending to a very anticlimactic match, I guess. After a good tight battle last night, Iowa comes out flat tonight, falls in the third, 25-11. As it was all dogs all the time. As the Hawks jog back to the locker room and wrap it up for the evening. Iowa hits just 061 on the match. Washington hits 372. Iowa won every statistical category last night except for blocks. Tonight, they lose them all. 42 kills for Washington, 27 for the Hawks, 21 hitting errors for the Hawks, just 10 for Washington. 37 assists to 26 for Washington, 3 service errors for Washington, 4 for Iowa, 6 aces for Washington, 4 for the Hawks. 43 digs for Washington, 32 for the Hawks, 8 blocks to just 3. Washington led that category. Kirsten Barton led everyone with 10. With 12. Simona Mateska had 10. Alexa Markley had 9. As Washington very pin-driven, but very effective. Sharday Van Zandt had 7 for the Hawks. Hallie Stepanitis had 6. Carmel Varez with 5, but Iowa just couldn't string together consistent offense. And again, I'll go back to 42 kills for Washington, 32 assists, or 37 assists, and 35 of those assists came from their setter. So they were in system a lot, put a lot of balls on Alexis Howery's head, and she was able to dictate and run a fantastic offense, whereas Iowa's passing was not very good. 27 kills, 26 assists, but only 19 of those came from Claire Amaral as they were moved around fairly consistently. Jenna Meitzler, who came in, played a couple rotations, still only had one. So Iowa not really able to make good, solid, consistent first contact and dictate any offense at all. So with that, we're going to put a bow on this. I don't see any great reason to continue to recap for you. So that'll do it for tonight from Alaska Airlines Arena here in Seattle. The Huskies take down the Hawks in straight sets. The scores were 25-19, 25-14, and 25-11. Iowa will continue the road trip next week. We go from the Pacific time zone to the Eastern time zone. Iowa will head to Michigan for a matchup with the Michigan State Spartans Friday night at 6:30. I am John Evans. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you Friday from East Lansing. Go Hawks.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Also brought to you by Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building the legacy, it's Deere. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.